Before I go nuclear on the organization's social media tactics in the last couple of months, I want to say what the Australian Open has done leading up to the Open, honestly, has been more than a breath of fresh air. But before this moment, the ATP media have been beating the Alcaraz rivalry into the ground, and not for the better. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. And this video will show you that the organization's social media antics and schedule are dragging, honestly, the overall sport down. And its appeal. I mean, this isn't exactly SpaceX stuff, but I must ask, what the hell is going on up there? For starters, the only person who isn't sick of this newfound media is Carlos Alcaraz. He fucking loves it. But this isn't a take about the Spanish boy skipping around the court like he's from Neverland. No, it's not. Let's leave this guy alone for a little bit. This is about mismanagement and, quite frankly, oversaturation. In the last 24 months, the organization has upped its social media game. Now, the concept is for better, but the execution has been much for worse, to be honest. The players' faces say it all. From Sinner getting ambushed out of his transport vehicle in the Australian Open, it's just like you can see it. He's like, well, what are you guys doing? Oh my God! All the way to the hidden cameras at the U.S. Open on the practice courts. You saw Alcaraz getting pissed about this. The PGA is often compared to the ATP. But the way the PGA goes about the social media is quiet and classy. And as a result, it comes off as polarizing. It's just a fact. It's how the tennis media used to be around 2010. Now our media is loud and weak. Just look up what happened at the Pepsi Center in Dubai at the tail end of the year. Cinema, wasn't it? Two things the organization is battling right now, and we're going to break it down. Overexposure and a roster of players whose health is rapidly dwindling. Due to its own organization's schedule, it's kind of ironic. So let's volley away the first topic, overexposure. I'm logging on to online and seeing practice matches being posted. And then Romeo and Cinderella are prancing around Korea playing exhibition like a couple of prats. That's like serving up a New York strip beside the fucking bread basket. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But you're going to wheel out the steak for ratings a week later and expect the same love for it? I mean, you don't need Gordon Ramsay to fucking call you an idiot sandwich for that. Like, it's common sense. Back in the day, players used to travel with hitting partners, and now I get it, times have changed and whatnot, because the reason they traveled with hitting partners because they didn't want to hit with other players to practice. Now it's all kumbaya, blah, 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 and we have all the top players hitting together like it's some sort of boys club, which is fine. Times have changed. There's less killer instincts out there. I get it. But let's not broadcast the Roman soldiers training together before we shovel them out into the Colosseum. You know what I mean? Something tells me the population wouldn't enjoy the bread and circus as much. I think that's just common sense, and you can talk to anybody about that. Now, the schedule. Let's volley away the schedule. At the tail end of 2025, we had Holger Rune blow out his Achilles. We had Carlos Alcaraz go down feeling his ankle. Like, come on. And then we had Ben Shelton blow out his shoulder. Not even 2 weeks into the new year, we have another top 10 player quietly complaining about their knee. I'm not going to say who it is, but it rhymes with Fritz. Eventually, the ATP will run all of its moneymakers into the ground. Here's the thought. That's really bad. What about this? If the schedule wasn't too tough, Dominic Thiem could possibly still be playing, and Kyrgios wouldn't have an excuse to help turn his final pages of his career on. Imagine a world where Nick was fully healed, giving the Italian and Spaniard a genuine run for their money. Now that's what you call ratings, wouldn't it? Like, that's just ratings. That I know we'd all like to see that, but the schedule would not allow for us to see it. But the illusion I just painted for you above us couldn't be farther from the reality, as the ATP looks to add another tournament in Saudi. I mean, talk about a bunch of golems falling around the ATP's fellowship of players, beating them like a piñata. Is Turin running their operations like a house in Washington? Because it feels like it. It really does. You know what I mean? Like, how greedy can you guys get? It doesn't make any sense. Like, if you were to shorten the schedule, you'd get better tennis, You'd get a better product to put on TV. You'd have your players more rested, happier. There'd be more money to go around because you wouldn't be spreading around so thin. Yeah, I get it. It'd be harder to make it to the top. But guess fucking what? The NBA is hard to make it into. The NFL is hard to make it into. I don't give a shit if it's harder to make it as a pro tennis player. It's supposed to be hard to make it as a pro athlete. So you want to sit around and complain that, oh, the lower ranked players are going to have a harder... Fucking tough shit. The sport just got harder to make it in, but the people who made it in at least can pay all their bills without fucking wondering if they can afford to pay their coach next week. You know what I mean? And then I guess more players don't make it and they go into other sectors of life, which is just going to have to be the fucking scenario, because I'm tired of seeing players' bodies getting beaten to the ground, and I'm tired of seeing them at the same time complaining about their bank accounts. I mean, the NFL players are walking off the field with one leg, but you know what? They're fucking properly compensated for it. It's just time for the ATP to wake up and start operating like the rest of the sports organizations around the world. You know what I mean? It is just like, it's frustrating. I used to tour with a former top 30 player for 5 to 6 years. I know what it's like. It's hard as a top 30 player. I can't imagine doing it with 200, 300, worrying about shekels and fucking dollars every 2 seconds. It's already hard enough. I'm walking on the court with somebody from war-torn Serbia who has to make it and feed his family. But I'm worried about that I didn't sleep in a hotel last night. Nah, those times are over. It's time for a major revamp. Again, we're going to be covering all of this this season on this channel. So if you like what you're seeing and you like what you're hearing, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. That being said, Tennis Director Wheeler out. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
This is the tennis show you didn't know you needed. We decode the players, we expose what actually wins matches, and we do it in a way nobody else dares to do. If you want hype, if you want honesty, if you want the deepest tennis brain in the game, you're in the right place. Welcome.
Fuck your hoe, cause she like that. Yeah, bitch, fat ass pretty, I might wife that. Niggas swear they pimpin', Scotty sippin', get your wife back. How you